And the last thing I think that keeps us stuck, I'm not saying it's the biggest thing, for some people it would be, and not without reason. The last thing that keeps us stuck is the pain, because it hurts like hell. There's no pain like it. The pain of the humiliation we went through, the embarrassment, the way they may have talked to us in public, the jokes they might have made about us to our friends, the way we would have been devalued in front of our work colleagues. That feels that feels crushing. And again, we ruminate over the pain. We ruminate over those situations and we get stuck. Part of us, I think, is still stuck in that environment or with that person. It's the part of us that still yearns for some kind of validation, for some kind of recognition. I kind of think it feels like we've lost a part of ourselves. It's part of us that invested in them, that invested in that relationship. There's that part of us that we poured so much of ourselves into it. It was rejected, it was trampled over. Sometimes we think our recovery and our ability to be able to move on is dependent on them. We need them to acknowledge, we need them to apologize, we need them to say they're sorry, we need them to get their comeuppance. Now, if you're dealing with someone who is narcissistic, that's probably not going to happen. Because if you think of narcissism, there is a very fragile sense of self, a very fragile ego. They have a version of the world, a version of themselves. Reality is too painful. They're not going to have that. To acknowledge they did something wrong would almost be crushing for them. If we think our recovery is dependent on them, we're going to be waiting a very, very long time. If we hold on to that, again, that's going to hold us back. We're not really going to be able to move forward because we're still in some way dependent on the other person.